Toby Coulthard, he's talking to bring their hands.
Yeah, I'm Ross Reynolds. I was part of last year's program, and I now work for myself.
Really? Right, mate. Well, you got the microphone in your hand, so you can kick off. Do you want to tell us about your career path and how you came to be in the position you're in and working for yourself now that you're out and about?
So I got up here in 2015 to start with from the underground coal mining industry. I actually started AACO Meatworks on the building side of it and getting it up and running, then transitioned across to cattle stations, down the Big River, back across to the Gulf, back to the Territory, and then on to manage a cropping and irrigation program down on the Sturt Plateau there. Now I contract back to the industry doing agricultural services and mechanical services as well.
Toby?
So when I finished school, went to school at Tamworth and Farrer, Agricultural Hospital. Then I went to work for a company in Canova. I was there for 4 years working up at Stockman. Is that better? Yep. Worked my way up at Head Stockman's job, and I did a year at Mandaloo. And after that, I decided I'd work for Ray White and home. Sold cattle there for a year, and then decided to come back up north and been at Brunette ever since.
Okay, Jack?
I'm from New South Wales originally. Finished school and completed the trade. 2020 is my first year up here at Whalan River. Had first and second year there, and then Head Stockman my third year, and I've been there ever since to this day. Yeah.
Mitch?
I started from New South Wales too. I also did a trade. I was a sparky for 5 years, and then just needed a bit of change of pace and sort of seen the side of like the northern beef industry as a sort of an avenue I want to get into. And I've only been up here for 2.5 years now, but sort of where I want to be. So yeah, really enjoying it. Every day is different. So
yeah. Well, speaking of that, tell us what's a typical day look like for you, mate?
Starts not too early from what I hear from everyone else, but 6:30 recce for me. And then, sort of mustering and walking cattle, processing weaners, and shipping them off and sending them over window and stuff like that. So, it's a pretty cruisy. We do sort of 12, 13-hour days, and then, it's enjoyable.
You got a favourite job on the property?
I'm sort of the maintenance man at the moment. It's sort of a bit of a privilege. I get to work by myself, which I enjoy. So, just run around fixing bikes and cars and machinery, and then ball runs and whatnot in between, sort of just a bit of a fix-it man. So, then do all the cattle work as well. So, sort of, a bit of everything.
Jack?
Yeah, much the same. Get up in the morning pretty early, 5 o'clock, 5:30, and mustering, all the rest of that sort of stuff, fixing stuff, bores. My favourite job would be probably water, I reckon. Love fixing water, fixing bores, and mechanically minded sort of, in a mechanically minded sort of way, That's probably my favourite job, if I had to pick any.
Yeah, Roger. Toby?
Lately, my job's sort of been, we've been doing the trade cattle at Brunette, so sorting out all the steers and, just been weighing steers, loading trucks, and mustering more steers and loading more trucks.
This changes day to day. Last week we were picking cotton, then fixing Toyotas and cars, and they were short in the yard, so go and load some trucks, and everything's different every day pretty much.
I find it suspicious no one mentioned fishing, so just thought I'd bring that up. Shooting, nothing. Flying, no, okay, fine.
Too busy.
Yeah, right. Not even saying 6:30. Now, what positive changes? Like, you guys have all been around a while, and for you guys who've only just come up in the last couple of years, like the shift in the industry, what do you see sort of as being, I guess, some positive changes that you've seen already, or some things that are happening and going to happen in the near future?
This sustainability has been really the big driver in the industry. People really tracking their herds, getting their fertility rates right, their cow numbers, which is also driving everything back to diesel usage across the bores, changing the solar bores, and it's in the end, it results in efficiency, which is, since I've been up in the station I was on, was 100% desert bores, and now it's 100% solar. And yeah, there's the technology out there now. It's good to see, and hopefully investment stays. And
Yeah, similar for myself. Yeah, traceability of the cattle. Like we used to use an old laptop that used to keep the data of the cattle. Now we've got an iPad and it's a lot faster. Yeah, and definitely the solars too. We're next nearly all solars down now, so no more diesel bores.
Yeah, like I say, is us, we're going almost all solar at the moment, but I have to say, breeding cattle through the use of segregation for us has been a big thing. When we first went there was, we might have been getting 30% rebreed on our cattle, and now we're sort of more up to 70%. Through the use of segregation and keeping your fences up, I think I found is a really big thing out, especially out in the Victoria River District there, where there's flood fences every 100 metres, keeping them up. Yeah, and obviously breeding more weaners and bigger weaners at the right time that you want them, the right time to muster them. You know when they're supposed to be born through the use of preg testing, and therefore the right time to muster them, so you're not killing calves. And I think that's a pretty good big thing moving forward. If everyone get onto that.
Seems like I'm out of ideas now. I've stolen what I was going to say, but yeah, look, being a Sparky from Sydney, I was sort of pretty heavy into doing solars and whatnot, and the way, like, how far technology in that industry has come in the last 5-6 years is incredible, and the affordability of it all for a station now is like second to none. You'd be crazy not to put it in. You're going from sort of where we were, running a diesel bore, is about $50,000 a year, give or take a bit there, but that's the install cost of a product now. So you put that in once, and then you don't have to pay for that for the next 10 years. It's there, it's done. And then instead of paying 50 grand a year for diesel and still got to service that generator every 2 or 3 weeks or whatever it is, it makes a pretty big difference. And even losing a person to going to check those balls or whatever, or service them, there's a whole 2 or 3 days or job for one person. So, that's been huge for us.
I keep turning it off. No, that's a great answer, mate. So I think you guys, the last question is, what's your on the wish list for the elections this year? And I think you guys have all prepared answers for this. Is that right? No one's prepared an answer for it. Okay, good. We're going to work through one at a time. What do you see as being something that you'd like to see come out of the election this year?
Oh, I'd just like to see, they're already doing it and doing a great job, because supporting this young leadership initiative, it's helped me heaps. I know that for sure, and everyone sitting beside me, I'm sure it's helped them too. And just keeping the young people interested and involved in little decisions here and there, and involved in government. Yeah, I think it's a pretty big thing. So if you can make a promise on that, I think you get my vote.
Yeah, mate, I'm not actually sure. I haven't been around what's going on at all. Been too busy, but if I had to say anything, maybe in a nutshell, if they could not stitch us at all, maybe, and probably sustain what we do and how we do stuff. More so, what I'm trying to say, let us handle what we do, and don't try to tell us how to do it, I suppose.
Probably the top of my wish list would be a bit more, bit more infrastructure, and a few of the roads get sort of fixed up. There's a lot of busted roads in the Barclay, like the Barclay highways, a bit rough, and even the Stewart. The tabling has always been bad, but it's pretty bad this year. There seems to be a lot of dirt roads in the territory compared to Queensland, I reckon. I think even the back roads in Queensland are bitumen, but up here it's sort of, they're a bit forgotten.
Industry support, but fairness and evenness in support. Like, really, you touched on the gas and mining industry. In other states, they coexist through the agricultural, the cotton, and that. But up here, it just seems very one-sided. And to block out the noise from the south, we constantly get referred to as something down south. Like, as an industry down south, we're two different environments. So just block that noise out and give us all a fair go.
Those are great answers. Yeah, actually, can we? I thought there was a bit of clap there. Yeah. Now, we do need to be wrap up shortly, but is there any questions from the crowd, Val?
I do have, actually, oops, it's gone. No, there it is. When we are seeking applications for people to start their career on properties, like 80% are now female applicants. The question is, number one, where are your mates? Number two, do you see a difference between the level of skills that you can develop being more on a family-owned operation and get different skills, whereas in the corporate world you become focused in one area? Is that right? And the third question is, are you all enrolled to vote?
I'm not sure what the numbers are this year, but last year there was me and one other fella in a team of 8 for this program. So, yeah, we were outnumbered 6-2. Everyone's saying there's more and more women joining the teams up here, and I'm not sure what the driver is behind it. A lot of the money down south for a lot of the fellows coming out of school and to stay at their own properties and that, but I don't see much going on down south to draw people up here. Like, I think there's a few companies used to have some days around Toowoomba, but other than that, I don't see anyone advertising, hey, come and join us. Come up here and be part of it. So whether that's a restricted issue, I'm not sure.
Could have a crack. Well, start with, are you enrolled to vote? This is an important question.
Yeah, I think I am enrolled to vote, yeah. I voted last year, so I should be right. What was your second question, sorry?
The difference between working on family and corporate, and where are your mates is also...
Yeah. My mates, a few of my mates run camps. A few of them I've got a mate that flies RFS plane in Mount Isa. I've got a lot of mates that fly helicopters. A couple that do a bit of farming, but yeah, that's sort of everywhere. Yeah, that's about it.
Got to find a way to get them to come up here.
Yeah, we do have to find a get away. One thing at my school, they used to AA used to do what is it? They used to bring the young kids from school up to work for a couple of weeks, work experience. Yeah, but I don't know if they do that anymore. I might try and see if I can work that out. Go back to my school and bring a few fellas up for a couple of weeks and give them a bit of a start for the year they leave school.
What was your third question? I am enrolled, mate, yeah. I've been since I was 18. Yeah, a lot of my mates, where I'm from, I guess, to be in agriculture, you're either born into it and then you follow it or you're not. But, so I was born into it, but I reneged and much of my parents discussed and went for a trade. But come back to it eventually. But all my mates are tradies. I suppose there's not many, probably one or two of us are probably in agriculture, I reckon, as of now, all the boys I went to school with. But to answer your question about the difference between a private and a commercial side sort of things, I suppose it is very repetitive work being on the commercial side. There's probably not much, difference. I suppose you do much the same paddocks twice, or we do the same paddocks twice a year, Probably one of the plus side of working on a commercial place, I guess, is the training you can get and gain from it. So we do like horsemanship schools, shooting schools, first aid, CPR, whatever they can do, they run it up for you. And I think that can also, bring you through and encourage you to stay. And just in my opinion, maybe if you say get Billy Hutton for 3 days to teach you how to whack a set of shoes on properly, and if that can build your confidence, I don't know personally, but maybe a few kids, they struggle to shoot a horse, and they go, oh, well, I don't want to come back next year because I can't shoot a horse, because you get jumped all over, or it's a bit rough, or So, and Billy's really good, so for instance, he's really good to like get those kids to come through, and same as you know, Anthony Jessup. If you know Anthony Jessup, he came and taught me how to ride a horse properly anyway. Before that, I was useless. So things like that, I think, is probably a benefit for working in a commercial place.
Now, Mitch, I'm sorry, I've got to limit you to one sentence, mate, if I can. We're just getting the tap that we've got to wrap up. But one thing you think, one difference you've noticed between even working for a family business down south and up here?
Oh, I'm probably not the person to ask them because this is my first agriculture job with a Mungie. But, you know, I work at a private place and it's sort of birth by fire in a private place because there's no one else to rely on. You don't have that ball runner that knows how to fix everything. You don't have that plumber that goes out and fixes every pipe or whatever. Like, you have to be able to do everything in a private place. And so maybe that's the difference. Like, you do have to learn all those skills because there's no one else to do it.
It's a great answer, mate. And a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, please.